I flip the pages of my life, every line that I write as I make history. You could see me, you could see me, you could see me. Yeah. Cause my life is an open book, oh. My life is an open book, oh. My life is an open book as I make history. You could see me.
Welcome back to Open Book. Thank you so much for staying with us. If you are joining us, we are now entering the Centerfold. And with me, we have the tweens and the kingdom kids, I could call them right now.
Yep.
And Steffi and Seraiah. Now, Steffi and Seraiah are on Isaac 98.1 FM on Saturdays. At what time again?
From 1 to 2 p.m.
From 1 to 2 p.m. And these are the lovely ladies that we hear sharing advice with the children and all of that. So thank you so much for being here inside the Centerfold.
Thank you for having us, and thank you all for being here. So happy to see all of you.
Show some love to Steffi and Seraiah. Okay, who is the elder one?
Can you guess? You shouldn't tell us, Seraiah. Let her guess what Seraiah is.
But you know, I would have...
Yeah. Well, I'm the younger
Everyone
one.
says so.
Yeah.
How come? Why you think?
I think, I don't know. Probably I look older. I'm not sure. But Seraiah is the taller one, so she's the elder one. Yeah.
And what school do you go to? Both of you go to the same school?
Yes, we both go to Bishop Hansi High School East. Seraiah is in 6th form, and I am in Form 5, hoping to enter 6th form in September.
I know you're going to enter 6th form in September.
Thank you.
So tell us about your life in school, Steffi. You're on radio. You know, you're a public figure. How do you deal with being a public figure and a student at the same time?
Well, it goes all back to being balanced. It is very time consuming to be on radio and have everything going in terms of like a career and also be in school with your academics. So it comes back to balance. You need to prioritize in everything that you do. So you can't neglect one thing for the other. It is important to study your work, yes, but at the same time, be involved in everything that you could. And that's what we aim to do, be all-rounded students in every single aspect of our lives.
So, Seraiah,
Steffi.
oh my gosh. I know I was going to do that. Steffi.
Yes.
Steffi, at what age did you all start radio?
We started radio at about, I'd say, 6 and 7. But we went on to having our own program, Tween Talk, at the age 10 and 11. So before Tween Talk, we were involved in Kingdom Kids. That's another program aired on Isaac every Saturday. That's the program right before Tween Talk. Mm-hmm. We started with back then it was Auntie Hasina and Baby Wolf, right? We started with them, and then from there, you know, with true development and maturity, we ended up taking charge of Tween Talk, our own program.
So was this an initiative of yours or parents or the program director? How did the transition happen?
Right. I think we owe that to one of our icons, one of our mentors, Dr. Margaret Elcock, founder of the Family Focused Broadcasting Network and the CEO of Isaac. She was the one, she actually saw us perform in a gospel concert, and she went straight to Daddy after our daddy, and you know, I guess she saw something in us. Back then we didn't see it in ourselves, like our parents saw it in us, but at that age, Seraiah and I, we could not imagine having our own show at 11 and 10 years old.
So you said she saw you at a gospel concert.
Yes.
What were you doing at the concert? What was the performance?
We were singing, actually, yeah.
Oh, so you are singers as well.
Started off singing.
We
You all know
started
that
off
song, It's
singing.
Christmas time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it goes, oh, it's Christmas time, yeah?
Oh,
Right.
so that was your entrance.
Yes, that was our first song.
2007, our very first song, It's Christmas time.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
So do you see yourselves in media after school?
Most definitely.
So you love it.
I love media. I love especially news broadcasting. I would like to be a news presenter someday. So you'll see
excellent.
me someday reading that newspaper.
I think media is so influential. So as young persons involved in media, I see it as a huge responsibility. I take it very seriously. Currently, Seraiah and I, we also do a TV show with the Youth for Christ organization. And what we do, we deal with young people and young individuals through media. So that's our thing, basically.
So let me ask this hard question. How do you position yourselves in school? Because people would know that you're on not just a radio station, but a Christian radio station, so they would be paying particular attention to the things you do at school. How do you work that out? How do you balance that?
Well, our lives are very transparent. The way we live in media and the way we live in school is basically, it works hand in hand, the same thing. We use our daily lives to be an inspiration to our friends and our peers. So in everything that we do, we aim to be that source of inspiration to them. So it's not a challenge. We see it as a lifestyle. To be a Christian, also to be a student and to be someone in media. It works hand in hand. And it's something that comes natural for us. It's not something like we are on TV, so we put on a show. Steffi and Seraiah, it's not like that.
Tell me about you, Steph.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in humility, so I interact with my peers on a daily basis. I was actually the head girl from in Form 5 for Bishop Ansi High School East, and I saw that as such an important role because, you know what, I don't only take up the authoritarian figure. However, I believe it's important to interact with those in your school. So what you see is exactly what you get. What you hear on radio is exactly what you get on a day-to-day basis. And, it's so important because we get to impact lives. And, it's such an important thing that sometimes you may take for granted, but we really get to interact and speak to our peers and so on. And as being on Isaac and an all gospel station, you not only gain respect because, I believe once you're doing something of God, a certain, a level of respect is expected. However, you get to stay on track because, there are always people looking up at you and looking, at you to see, the flaws and the faults, but it really helps you to stay on track after all, yeah.
Have you ever, any one of you, had an embarrassing moment at school?
Seraiah, you had many of those? Yeah?
Well, then what about you? Share with us, Steffi.
You can start. You're the older one.
Who's going to share it?
Seraiah.
Embarrassing moments at school. That's a hard one. Let me think.
I remember once Seraiah, she went up to do assembly in front of the entire school, and something went wrong with her words on that morning. But she went from Corinthians to Colossians to Ephesians. I'm not sure she could remember the reading. I'm not sure, but I remember that, and I laughed. I'm very sorry now telling you this, but I laughed.
One of Steffi's embarrassing moments
No.
in primary school was mommy told us, Steffi and Seraiah, giving you money, so you'll save it, but don't go and buy fishes after school, right? Because there was this parlor that sold fish in the evening after school. So Steffi was like, Seraiah, I really want this fish, I really want this fish. So mommy said, I told y'all, don't go and buy any fish, So say, all right,
and
mommy.
that goldfish was like $3. So yeah, $3.
So Steffi's still making excuses.
So Steffi said, you know what, I'm not listening to mommy, I'm going. The parlor and school was very close by. She said, I'm going to buy the fish. So Steffi went, she bought her fish, everything. And mommy saw her coming out to the fish. In front of everyone in school, mommy said, Steffi, you better carry that fish right back. So Steffi was so ashamed. Mommy, oh gosh, all my friends looking, what I'm going to do?
And of course, I made Seraiah carry it back because she has to take the responsibility. She's the older one here.
Right.
So that's the fish story.
So now the even harder question. The boys in school. Bishop's right next to Trinity. You all are beautiful ladies. How do you deal with
Thank
that?
you very much.
I think at this age, we have friends, but you need to know the limits. And I think they respect us because of that. We have our friends from Trinity listening to us on Saturdays, and they would hear our views on relationships and all that. So I think a certain level of respect comes with it. However, we talk to them like, regular. We make sure in friend zone. So yes, they are our brothers. All right, and nothing more really.
How about you, Seraiah?
How about me? Well, as Steffi said, we keep our personal responsibility, so we know our priorities, and we know that anything that we do in life is for a particular purpose. So we see it now in our age, not very important to have that close relationship with any boy. So we keep them as friends. Boys are humans too, girls are humans too. We are all generally friends. We build and we learn from each other.
Right.
And it's all a growing process.
Steffi and Seraiah, how would you like your friends from school to remember you after you leave Bishop's?
I would like my friends to see me as someone who was humble and still was the most all-rounded student. I want my friends to remember me as the person who excelled in my academics, but at the same time was involved in media, was involved in sports, was involved in choir, and every possible thing that I could have been involved in. So someone who was very all-rounded. And as I said, someone who's humble, someone who you would see out on TV, but the person who you see in the classroom is the same person and would never be reluctant to speaking to someone else because of any high post or whatsoever.
Great.
Adding to what Seraiah said, I think it's so important, and I would like my friends to remember me as, you know what, not the super spiritual girl, but the girl who always knew what she stood for. And I speak of this because I think that you know, our spiritual life should be such a great part of us, and we are governed by certain values and certain principles that you never shake from. So I think it's important that your friends remember you as a respectable young lady or young man, that you deserve to be as a child of the kingdom.
Amen. Now, you said over spiritual. You don't want them to see you as over spiritual. When you speak to your friends about Christ and you share that love, what is your approach?
I tend to remember, and I try my best to understand that not everyone has a church to go to on every Sunday morning. Not everyone has parents who are praying for them at all times. So it's super important that you stay down to earth. So, you know, I take it from a very simple approach. You know, start asking them, you know, when was the last time you went to church? What is your church like? What about your family? Do you have family who are involved in church and so on? And you know what? I start doing simple things like inviting them to gospel concerts that maybe Seraiah and we are performing in. I start telling them, listen to Isaac, listen to Twin Talk. You know, try to encourage them to go down that positive path, because I mean, you can't just push it all down their throats. It's not going to work like that.
How about you, Seraiah?
Similar like Steffi, I always have a friendly approach to everything as I do. I put myself in their position. If someone was to tell me about God, how would I would like to see it, you know? Life is a general thing. I speak to them about life. How do you see your life in the future, you know? What would you think, what do you think would be your position if you were to die today or tomorrow? I know it keeps them thinking, keeps them really certain about their life. And introspection is the only way one can, you know, truly accept what you are portraying to them.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much for taking the time to be in the Centerfold.
No problem.
I look forward to great. I'm expecting to see you reading news there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back inside Open Book.